Konnichiwa! So this week's video was a little hard to name. I mean, I know what I want to say, but just to try to condense it into that little bitty title area was a little rough. So hang with me. I'm just going to explain what I'm trying to say to you. How about that? What I want to talk about this week is just like how we establish a language relationship with each other. When you first meet someone, you speak to them in a language right off bat, right? And whether that be English, Spanish, German, Russian, whatever your language is with that person. From that moment on, you and that person will speak that language. It's crazy. You guys are bonded. That's the language that you feel most comfortable with. That's the language that you will always convey your thoughts, your deepest secrets, your love, your hurt to that person with. Now, you and that other person might go on and learn a second language. You might already be fluent in a second language together. And when you speak to them in that other language, let's use the example of two Americans and now they're speaking Spanish with each other. It just always feels a little off or a little strange. Like you can't put your finger on it, but like in your mind somewhere, it's like, why aren't we speaking English? Why does this feel a little weird? Like we are both speaking Spanish, but it just don't feel right, right? So today I want to talk about that feeling. I want to dive into how that's established. And most importantly, I want to talk about how it's affecting your language journey with your children. All right, so let's recap what I was trying to explain in the intro. Basically, when you first meet someone, you establish a love language that connects you guys for life. So, of course, when your baby is born, you establish that relationship with that cute little bundle of joy in whatever your language is. So, for me, that language is English. Well, for us, I've chose Japanese. So, me and Jason established a relationship in Japanese right off bat. And I was like, we are going to speak only in Japanese, and that is our language. And now when we express love, we express hurt, we express anything that matters deep down, it's always in Japanese. And that is our language with each other. And it was really important to me to make the language between him and his sister Japanese as well. So he can always have that speaking partner, always someone to practice with. And it's also important that she speak Japanese as well. Now, fast forward to today. Of course, we have moved to Japan, and I need to focus on his English. So something just doesn't feel right when me and Jason speak English now. Of course, we can do it. We are doing it. But it's just always something in the back of your mind that's like, why aren't we just saying this in Japanese? Like, wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't it feel more comfortable? You know? And I got met with that resistance. So I want to share with you what I did about it. If your child is 2 and under, then it's really easy to go ahead and make that decision today that you are going to switch languages. So you've been speaking English with your child up until this point, but you've always wished that you would teach your child a second language. And today is the day, honey. Just start. It's fine. That baby is fine. She's just going to roll with the punches. She's going to goo goo gaga and move on with her life. So re-establish that love language right now. Just change it. You got this. All right. Now, if you have an older child, that's when the problem kicks in, that they already feel that bond with you in English. So when you come to them and you're like, hey, let's start learning Spanish, you're going to get met with that resistance. Ew. And that's going to be a little hard because you're going to feel it too. You're going to try to talk to them in Spanish and you're just like, just doesn't feel comfortable. It's not right. You know what? I'll put it off to tomorrow. I'll try later this evening. And nothing's going to change unless we make it change. So let's see how we can make that change. So I've said all of that just to say this. A new habit can be established in just 21 days. Yes, you heard it. And we all know it's true because I know we've all tried diets and workout videos. We've tried all kind of new things throughout our life. And the main factor was being consistent for 21 days will get you into that new lifestyle, right? So if it worked in other parts of your life, why don't you think it will work with language learning? It will. So what I need you to do is just establish a routine. And once you establish that routine, you don't worry about them. You know? Don't even worry about the kid. When you establish the routine, guess what? They're going to follow suit. Right, because all it takes is 21 consistent days and your whole household will change. Believe me. Just believe me. Just try it. Mark your calendars. We can do it together if you want. But that's all it takes. I need a dedication from you for 21 days. And then after that, it just feels natural. Your day just won't even be smooth without speaking that second language. You know what? A big issue in everyone's house after you have the baby and the adorableness wears off and they're in the terrible twos or right before is potty training, right? Everyone always says now, oh, you'll know when the child is ready. Scratch that. It's not when the child is ready. It's when the parent is ready. When you're ready to consistently take that child to the bathroom every 15 to 20 minutes after it's, drunk some liquid, that's when your child will be potty trained. When you are ready to establish that consistency in their life, they'll follow suit. They've been ready. They good. Also dogs, right? Your dog will do anything that you teach it as long as you're consistent with it. They will learn. Right. So that's all I want to tell you is I know it feels weird. I know it feels strange. I know. It's like you guys are butting heads subconsciously and you don't know why. Because no one ever put a name to it. No one's made a video. No one's told you what that is that's pulling. It's because you've already established your love language to be English. But today we're going to change it. And we're going to slowly, over these 21 days, make a second love language. Right? We can do that. And I've done that. I've made every Saturday and Sunday English Day with Jason. I've started using, all day from the time he wakes up. I tell him at night, hey, when you wake up in the morning, don't forget tomorrow's English Day. So I'll start in the morning. We'll play some English songs, and then we'll play English little cartoon that I got. We'll read English stories because I'm all about my books. Every morning, every night, we read 2 stories. Yes, every day. So we read our 2 stories. We eat breakfast, and we talk about it in English. We just go through the whole day, and I'm making sure that I'm pointing out key words, key sentence structures, because although Jason is fluent in English and Japanese, his Japanese is taking over, okay? He will speak Japanese 24/7 if you let him. So I just want to make sure that he's actually utilizing the English that he does know and that he is, advancing in his English because it is really quick, as you guys probably know, because you've all taken an English class or a second language class when you were in school and you forgot most of it because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I might not be talking to everybody out there, but I'm definitely talking to myself because I took like 4 or 5 Spanish classes and I can probably only say what my name is in Spanish. So I know the word for shoes, if that counts. All right, so back to the point. Habits. 21 days, start today. Small baby steps. Next week video is very important. We're going to talk about how to take action. Everyone's main excuse is, I don't have time. So I want to show you how you can have time. So come back next Tuesday because this video is leading up to that video. Because we're going to find that time and we're going to make it a habit. All right, that's my 2 cents for the week. Jane.